You're probably wondering why I'm really riding the fact that Moon Knight is going to be a part of Marvel TOKON like so hard. Not even just like confident guess, but just like straight up confident confirmation. Well, recently we got the August solicitation for Marvel Comics. It was announced that we're going to be getting a one-shot comic for Marvel's Earth 358, which is also the TOKON universe, which love that we're expanding the lore in the comics, by the way. I already love the lore of the game so far, so this is really cool. But we also got the announcement that there will be 20 comic variants of various runs with the TOKON characters on each cover. And while Doom's got the aptly named Doom Quest, Robbie Reyes is put on the current Moon Knight run. The specific issue is also the introduction of the new Midnight Suns team in the comics, which features Moon Knight alongside Blade, Daredevil, Clea, and Robbie Reyes. Look at that! So it's a 5-person team, but it's still really close to a potential Robbie Reyes team in Marvel TOKON. Plus, it's both the 7th and 8th issues of the current Moon Knight run that are getting TOKON variants. So it's looking all but confirmed that we're getting Moon Knight in Marvel TOKON. Let's just hop right in and figure out how the defender of those who travel at night would be ass in Marvel TOKON. Moon Knight, he'd rather get in your face and beat the daylights out of you until he gets whatever he wants out of you. I mean, for fuck's sake, this man got himself arrested during Devil's Reign just so he could threaten a prisoner to never mess with his kid. His wife was so worried about him doing anything that Moon Knight literally got himself arrested just to beat his ass, and literally said to him, "If I can get into this prison to beat your ass, there's nowhere safe for you." I mean, he also blinded him too. That definitely did help. So I definitely want to make Mark more of a bruiser type character, more focused on using his fists to lock the opponent down on defense until eventually that defense breaks. Honestly, think of more Slayer type normals when it comes to this, as I think they're a good framework for how I want Moon Knight to play. But let's start getting into the actual moveset, starting off with the skills. I usually start with the unique ability, but this unique ability, I'm telling you right now, is insane. So I think we should start off with skills. You know the drill by now. Quarter circle forward, quarter circle back, DP, and double down. Starting with quarter circle forward, I will use the crescent darts as a fireball. I mean, we gotta have some way of getting range. I really want to make him a close-up character, but I also at least want to give him one option from when you're stuck at full screen against zoning. It'll be a simple crescent toss, just throw it fast, dart-like projectile, kind of similar to Black Panther's Spear of Bashenga in terms of distance and strength between the button strings, and medium will also allow you to angle it upwards or downwards if you're using it in the air, as this will be an arrow K move. Also, yes, it'll leave Mark in the air for a little bit when you throw them in the air, so it's a solid way to air style, kind of similar to the vibranium daggers from Black Panther 2, and we can also make the grounded light version his projectile assist. Moving on to quarter circle back, I also want to give Mark an easy way to run in and put the hurt on somebody from far away, so we're going to make a command run type move that'll have a fast run. It'll go about mid-screen no matter the strength. The difference in strength will actually dictate the follow-ups after you make the right hook to connect. So you're going to do a command run, going to make a right hook, and then with a light, you'll do a slide that'll cross up like Rashid. Medium will be an overhead roundhouse, and heavy is going to be the classic chokehold grapple. I mean, either way, this will also be his unique assist, so easy conversion on assist, no matter what. And you can press back while doing the fast dash to easily cancel it and run a normal. Very little recovery too, so easy links. Moving on to the DP, I want to give Moon Knight a good counter. I mean, with a character with a bunch of ways to get in, we got to make sure that people aren't being ignorant on us and just trying to check up on them. How it'll work is Moon Knight will guard up and weave back a little bit, and based on the strength of the button, he'll either attack back with a straight punch, uppercut, or barrage of heavy hitting punches based on the respective strengths. And yes, the heavy version, which is the barrage, will splat you on the wall no matter what. Lastly is the double down, and I'll throw his grappling hook in there too. I'll use this more so as a movement option, kind of like Spider-Man's web zips, but instead it's more of a momentum tool that allow Moon Knight to zip around. Light will be a simple straight ahead run, medium will throw you skybound 45 degrees, and heavy will drag you full screen straight ahead. And yes, for light and heavy, it'll still put you like a little bit in the air, kind of like a short hop distance. You'll also be able to cancel easily into normals once you get propelled, and you can do it as many times as you like, both in a combo and just regularly. There's no issue, there's no meter, there's no nothing. And we can also make that medium version where he goes into the air his anti-air assist. We got moves that'll get Mark in pretty easily with both a command run and a web zip, but Moon Knight likes to make sure he'll find his opponents. I mean, the man wears white just so opponents will see him coming. He's that menacing. I mean, God's sake, even Taskmaster, the man who can replicate anyone's fighting style, is both afraid of Mark and has vowed to never replicate his fighting style. Why is that? Moon Knight doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care how much damage he takes. He's always gonna find a way to fight back. Hell, he will get hurt even if it gets him the most slightest menial advantage over his opponent. He takes damage like it's nothing. So it's a death sentence to replicate his fighting style for somebody who will definitely feel the pain. I mean, it also doesn't help that Moon Knight literally crashed a helicopter into a building just so he can absolutely brutalize Taskmaster while he was down. I mean, that would scar me too. But as I said, no matter how much damage Mark takes, he'll stop at nothing to kill you if you cross it. So let's give him a unique in the pain threshold meter. Very simple name, but simple name, simple mechanic. You can fill it up slowly by blocking hits or successfully using your counter, and a little more than that for blocking EX attacks, but you can fill this thing up like crazy if you're actually getting hit and taking damage. You can fill up 3 bars in total, but how the bars actually work is more of a leveling system. So level 1 pain, level 2 pain, level 3 pain. And you can spend a level of pain anytime when you're getting a combo to basically damage cancel. That's right, you're getting juggled and your ass beat as Moon Knight. Well, spend a bar, tank a hit with some armor if you can, and beat the guy's ass for even thinking of messing with you. It's basically a free armor pop. Yes, you can cancel out of being attacked too. It's like an armored wake up right hook that I'm trying to do here. So if you so much as touch the ground when you're in a combo, boom, you can do that. These levels though, they have some perks if you save them up. When you're in level 1 pain, you'll get better damage and more chip to all your moves. Plus your heavy normals can now be dash canceled. So if you do a 2H sweep or a 5H, boom, dash cancel off of that. Level 2 pain is the main level you want to be in though, as now you'll get stuff like armor on stuff like your command run and your heavy normals, plus movement speed increase. But what makes level 2 insane is his 5H, which will make a simple swing with a baseball bat, which yes, he does use in his first fight with Hunter's Moon. It's fire in issue 3 of the 2021 Moon Knight run, so I'm bringing it in here. I have to use it. Either way, if you try to use an armored move and this guy swings with his 5H, yeah, guess what? You got hit. Yeah, that armor, bye-bye, buddy. That armor doesn't even matter. It's an armor breaker. Also, remember those follow-up moves on his dash cancel skill? Yeah, now you can just do them. They're just his command normal now. 6M for that slide, 6H for that roundhouse, and if you want to throw, just throw. Also, fuck it. Remember Carmine? Let's rip a page from his book. You can get a 4th strength level for all of your skill attacks on your unique button, and it just costs 5% of your health in order to do so, which will obviously get more damage, and you'll be able to throw in multiple crescent darts, kind of going a bunch of different ways on the screen, kind of like Captain America's shield. For projectile, for the command run, you'll be able to cancel just no matter what into another move, so you can sweep into roundhouse kick if you so much as feel like it. So we definitely got some crazy stuff. That counter, you could do it multiple times. You don't even have to counter anymore. It's just the move. And for double down, he'll zip twice. Basically, think like Wolverine's double down. He'll basically do that. So yeah, level 2 is already insane. The bar now, even with getting hit, gets a lot slower now when you're trying to get from level 2 to level 3. I will admit that. But why? Because whenever Mark is taking damage, eventually he loses himself and he becomes a wild dog. There are some caveats to getting into level 3. If you whiff an attack, you have some crazy recovery. It doesn't even matter if it's a light. If you whiff, you're cooked. And blocking doesn't even exist anymore. You can't block, but the perk you get is insane, and you keep it as long as you're still alive and as long as you're in level 3. No more hit stun. Somebody hits you in a Magic series right before they pop that H, or even if they're popping that H in front of your face, if you're in the middle of the attack, grab them. Spider-Man zipping around and hitting you from all angles and it's hard to swat him out. light jab. His kicks mean nothing. Doesn't matter what move gets used now. Mark will just take the damage just so he can get to you and take you out no matter what. And to make it even more committal, can't spend the meter anymore to damage cancel once you get to level 3. I mean, you don't even need to. It's not like you get any hits done anymore. You are that much of a goddamn D. But I think it's time we get to the supers, since his unique is already pretty convoluted. We're gonna make his supers very simple. For the level 1, let's get Hunter's Moon, which for those who don't know is actually the other fist of Khonshu. That's right, people got 2 fists. So it makes sense for there to be 2 fists of Khonshu, you know? The 2 will just back and forth pummel your ass into a crumple that Moon Knight can actually pick up from. And for his ultimate, it'll actually be a command grab where Mark will throw you into the Midnight Mission, which, by the way, is a live entity acting as a building, like an evil haunted house at first before Moon Knight sympathizes. It'll warp you into a dark room where Mark, with Khonshu's help, will summon all the past Moon Knights, who, by the way, are equivalent to brainless zombies now. They've gone insane. They'll pile up on you, do crazy rush down, be able to barrage you before Mark fishes you out of this big pileup you're in and just charges up a powerful right hook with the help of Khonshu before knocking you out of the mission and wall bouncing. Actually, no, wall slumping. That's it. I hope you can tell through this moveset how much I love this character. I started reading the Jed McKay run solely because of the fact that the Tōkon variants got announced and all the Midnight Sun speculation started with Robbie Reyes' team. But I gotta say, it's genuinely one of the best comic runs I have read in my life. And honestly, the first time a run is stuck with me and really made me clamor for more. So I really wanted to honor in this moveset, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. This Jed McKay run has been cooking, and it really helps that it's current. So I'm still reading it as it's happening. Also, if I'm wrong and bro doesn't get revealed on Ghost Rider's team, I'm going to send out a tweet. Top comment on that tweet. If I'm wrong, I will do. So I hope you guys enjoy. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces!